Now, mind you, when they came out with the clip of Alex Pretti, they first came out with him looking like a simple guy. A woman was thrown into him. He was trying to hold it back and he was trying to help her. So later on, we start getting more information, right? Next thing you know, we see another clip of Alex Pretti kicking a car light out, spitting at ICE officers, and knocking out the tail light, right? Now, I was trying to find the original one I saw when I saw that, because when Alex Pretti was doing that, originally an ICE officer literally got out the car. He got out the car and he was about to go for it, right? And then he restrained himself and he got back inside the vehicle. And Alex Pretti continued and continued. So when they clip it, this is the part they're showing you, that when he's doing all that, the ICE officer gets out. So it makes you assume that the ICE officer was just getting out for the first time, knocking them down, this and this and that, and that, Alex was doing all this kind of stuff and coming at him and kicking the car light and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, a lot of times, guys, what I try to help us to see is that when we come in the middle of something, we don't know the beginning. Or if we come in the end of something, what happened before that? Or let's just say we come at the beginning and we don't see the end. A lot of times we don't have the full story. Now, with that being said, do that have a right for 11 days later, 11 days later, for this guy to go through it with these people again and to be shot, right? Well, I would say there's two parts. Number one, the first part, again, we don't have the total data. We only have these clips and bits and pieces that we are given. And then number two, from the clips and bits and pieces that we are given, we would assume that they were in the wrong for what they done to him. Right? Right. Now, previously, we didn't see the first clip. Right? Right. Now, what I want to go over is whether you agree of how it happened or it didn't happen. I can't change your mind on that, and I don't want to change your mind on that. It is your job to critically think for yourself. One of the things I looked at is that I said, something is not right when it adds up with these videos. Something is kind of off. Now, I said, let me do a little research. I said, so they showed a clip of him doing all this stuff, right? He has on this brown jacket. He has on these brown pants. He have on this shirt, right? And then I looked, I said, something's weird about this. I said, because they come out with a clip and they said 11 days prior, he did all this stuff. Now, the one thing I noticed is that he had the same exact clothes on. I said, that's kind of weird. I said, it's snow out there, it's cold, and he never went home to change clothes. So pay attention. I said, well, let me do a little research. I said, let me find out, is he from, because some people travel to do these protests. They're not even from these towns, right? They travel to do these protests. I said, so let me do a little research. I said, let me find out where he lives. So when I did research, come to find out he lived in the condo, maybe about a mile, a bit of a mile, or a point of a mile, or 1.2 of a mile away from the incident of where he was shot. I said, okay. I said, well, let me find out where he worked at, because they said he worked at the VA, right? And that he was an ICU nurse. Let's see how far that job is away, and let's see where that's at. So I did that too, right? I said, okay, so they said that he did this 11 days prior. They got him up there acting like that, doing all that kind of stuff. And then 11 days later, he's shot dead in the streets. And we're shown these clips, right? But what I took notice of is, why do he have on the same clothes? Because you're not out there protesting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're not out there all night. You have to go home. It's cold out there, right? You have to go home, right? It's snow, it's cold. So why do you have on the same exact clothing? Same exact clothing. That's kind of weird when you actually don't stay that far from this particular place, right? So I just kind of thought all that was kind of odd. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you would never think anything into it. Hey, we're all different, right? And that's why we all come up with our different ways of thinking, being, and modes, right? Some of us pay attention to details. Some of us look at the bigger picture. Some of us can look at both. Some of us want to believe what we want to believe because of the experiences that we've been through, and we just know that we're right. And then some of us know how to take the experience that we've been through, sit it aside, and look at things objectively. Nonetheless, we're all different. But I did take notice of that. I thought that was kind of weird, right?